for the final house of the night. It's a great house. We're gonna do a reno on it. I wanted to. We got the big fat. The last guy who owned it was a big fat. Yeah, nice. Oh, I like the built-ins. Good job. Wow, built a lit built-in. Had an electrician friend help you. That's all right. That's how you did that. Damn. Good goddamn. Okay. Fuck. Mr. Colors over here. This flooring sucks, buddy. I gotta be straight with you. The track lighting on the wall has to come off immediately. Yeah. I would have ripped that off before I even owned the house.
It's a nice place.
Yeah, this is coming off. What does he want to sell it or not? He was an electrician, I can tell right off the rip. He was a young electrician because he did all the hard-to-do tuck-around LEDs, or he worked in like film lighting or something. But the track lighting and the lighting, this is a lot. Yeah. Paris.
Dude.
A Paris-themed room. It's the Eiffel Tower. Okay, we're gonna do the bathrooms last. You know my rules on bathrooms. That's last. That's the worst bathroom in history right there. I don't think they could have covered that thing. The yard's fantastic. God damn, you got a Unilock wall. You got a Unilock wall up against your fucking foundation. Fucking Christ. Garage is dope.
Yeah.
He did the obsessed garage. That's cool. It's really good. Patio's good. Oh, I got some bad news for you though, buddy. I got some bad news. This is gonna hurt. That's what it was before. Oh wow, that's why it's like that. Fuck.
What does that mean?
I was wondering why the build out around the fireplace was like it looked like a little deep set. It was like it looked like veneers a little bit. Because they miscalced this somehow.
Yeah.
It's just like they didn't style it right. Like they didn't know that like 12 inches was gonna like jut it out too far and leave the fireplace too recessed in, because it looked like a little too far in.
Yeah. When
it hit you, the first time it hit you, it's like a little off. Oh God. So this is now suspended with the Unilock. This is why I fucking hate Unilock. It turns landscapers into like landscape designers. And I'm not saying landscapers can't be landscape designers, but like in the 90s, like it's kind of like a relatively new concept of like going balls to the wall, like, you know, putting walls up, like homeowner type people. See how it was like set in just a little bit? Because it was back. It was, all right, it's fine. It's not as bad as I thought it was. You could put a wood stove insert in here. You need flooring in the whole house. You need popcorn ceiling off the whole thing.
Yeah.
You got to redo your ceilings.
Why did they ever start doing that?
That was to make mistakes go away. It's a speed. They did that because it was fast. It's a finish on a wall that goes quickly. I have it here. It's called skip trowel. We call it skip trowel, right?
Yeah, but this isn't. This is different.
It's different, but it's kind of the same thing. I promise. They just use different tools. They have like a textured tool, so it's kind of just pushed on. It's got like you have like a pallet, like a flat piece of metal, and they scoop it on and they just mash it into the wall. And then sometimes they'll use like a textured tool.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, they used they use the grate and they blow it in. It's basically a way to finish a wall to where you don't see seams, and you can leave the job. And it's up to you to do whatever you want. If you want smooth plaster, or if you want, you ever see the guy like working the shit out of it to make it smooth? That's hard to do. That's an art form. It's in some of the walls in here. It's just not. It's hard. The guys doing it. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Skip trowel's easier. The job goes faster. It's less labor. It's that simple. That's why people did that.
I see.
So, but it gives you a system. It gives you
It always looked like more work to me. I was like, I could have it flat, nothing, or I could have a texture.
You couldn't have a flat nothing though. That's what people don't know.
Yeah.
But. And I'm butchering it, but basically it's a way to get off the job. It's not the worst. See, like right here and shit.
Yeah.
And that's why you see like different textures, because it's different materials over different years. They used to do it was decent in the 60s, 70s, and then it started to get real shitty in the 80s, and then by 90s it was garbage. And now you can't even install. If you install that, I know your house is dog shit. All these lights have to come down. I don't know what I would tackle first. You have a little bit of a problem right here, though, man. This backyard right here, you're going to have a water problem. We're in Illinois. This right here All this leading, I'm sure it's gutted out, but I can't believe it. I wouldn't believe that this is done right. You're going to be able to, you're going to have to tear this down eventually, or this is just pushing all kinds of shit into your foundation. There's no way this is done right. I see weep holes, but why the fuck would they do that? That is so stupid. They wanted to like, the house is what, 4 feet up, 3 feet up? Look at how bad that looks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna need a backyard, man. I think, like now you're up. Like look, like if you were standing right here, you know what I mean? Like this would be up to like what, your thigh? Probably up to my ankle. But I mean, I'm sure the weep holes, but it's flat. There's nowhere. The water's not running anywhere. It's all catching. It's just creating a fucking. You're gonna have to redo this. This is like dumb Unilock shit, and it's ugly too. Just to boot, it's fucking beat. The garage is great. The house is dope. The house itself is actually a nice house. But all this has to come off. See, what I'm looking for right here is, I mean, you have the gutters to carry the water away, but it's just, you're going to get overload from here. It's running down the stairs. You're going to get like pooling, like on this side and this side right here. I'll bet you $100 there's a little bit of a problem right inside here. So you're going to have to take this down. Unfortunately, you're going to have to lose. These are nice trees too. It looks like you got some Kuza dogwoods or some. You're gonna have to get some of the dogwoods to get torn out, but that wasn't the way the house sat originally, and it's just a weird. See, it went down, and they wanted it to go out, so they put a wall in, and they retained it. That's the problem. This is shit my brother and I would sit around and talk about for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
I would literally talk about this. What are you gonna do?
I can listen to this.
Yeah, I know. It's a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Like you should have just went with this, and you should have did like a nice tiered wide step down to another one, and then another step down, if anything. Or you'd probably have to just tier it nicely and then wide scale it. But they were obsessed with plants, you can tell. But this is a 2004 install. This is the idiot companies that would work on the side of me when I was a landscaping company. Guys would put landscapes like that in, and I would clown on them. I would call these kids like pieces of shit that have no taste to try to get my jobs.
Yeah.
I say, look at that fucking scumbag over there trying to make your house fucking ugly. Piece of shit trying to make your fucking house ugly. Fucking scumbag. He's basically stealing money from you. Is that what you want him to steal money from your children? Because that's what he's doing by making your house look fucking ugly with all these shitty ass Home Depot plants with no rhyme or reason. I drew a squiggly line because I saw it on HGTV. That's what this guy did. And we'll make it kind of curve around. We'll just make it curve. This means nothing. This isn't a thing. Curve is like something that you can. Yeah, I can do that with handguns. It doesn't make it right. So it's really, really unfortunate that. And the guy paid probably $20,000 to $30,000 for that to fuck his house up. I've seen it happen before, and he did it again in front of. Looks like an outhouse, but I like the house itself. It's got outbuildings.
Do you think that's the biggest problem?
That is a big problem.
Yeah.
I would get this this is like a nuisance. I wouldn't let my friends in my backyard do that. I would pretend like. They can't, like in movies when, like, you come home and something crazy is happening in your bedroom and you have to keep your friends out?
Yeah.
Like, I would treat the backyard like that. Like, you can't go back there and you know what's going on back there? You know what's happening?
No, we should just hang out on the couch.
Guys, let's just chill on the inside.
It's hot out there.
Yeah, it's so hot. I got sunburn. Ow, I got sunburn. You don't even want to go out there. So let's stay in here. And then out back there, it's just... It's the largest incest orgy in the history of mankind going on in your backyard. Like, you can't go back.
Unilock.
Everybody's just like talking about the relative of the relatives, like the relation to the relative. Like, oh man, I never thought it'd be so good to fuck my aunt. Like, that's happening a lot. Like, the chatter's so loud, it's like a fucking crowd. It's like a concert crowd. That's an unfortunate reality. But it's not that bad. It's a lot of paint. I like that they redid the doors. It's actually a really well-kept house. I think it's unfortunate the roof color is brown because you're always going to have to be stuck in shaded brown. And I feel like the modern houses sell pretty quickly if you paint them a cooler color. But the brown roofs kind of throw off the wild color attempt when you try to do that. But the yard is really well maintained. The grass is green. You got a little bit of clover, but you can treat that. Flooring. You got a flooring problem. Surfaces, paint. Just paint. It's in good shape. Everything else, you got a little. You put water right there. The water.
What is that thing?
Oh, it's a cool beverage fridge right at the door. I like that. Good, nice touch. I mean, It's folksy, but it's nice. Yeah.
Does he have? Wait, go back. Back one more. Is that like a LED light strip at the corner of the?
Yeah, at the roof, the ceiling. Yeah, on the crown molding
guy.
they put. Yeah, he's a lighting guy. I saw there's like 5 things like that. And also like you see this molding right here. First of all, this isn't the way. When you try to unify, like when you try to do this shit, this is like Home Depot 101. This stuff. This is a take on like the really good crown molding, door and trim molding from the Victorian houses.
Yeah.
Like this shit doesn't belong on your house. Like that.
Yeah.
That style that doesn't belong inside this house. It's nice. It's like a good quality. It was like a decent attempt at it, but it doesn't fit. So you see how like the house looks like that stuff's for that stuff's for like the houses I hate, the track houses in Georgia and shit. This house is actually a cool 1960s house. So you have to go with more of a simple tapered corner. What's the fucking shapes of moldings? Profiles of fucking. Building. This shit. So the one you would want to go with on this house is this one right here. This like ornate shit, molding profiles. You have to like that house will be considered. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to do it period correct. The house was built during a certain time period. They didn't have Home Depot fucking machines from fucking China and India milling things. They had craftsmen.
Yeah.
Bare hands, wearing women's underwear, being a Hell's Angel. No. But yeah, because the house was built in what? 56. Yeah, doesn't belong. That's
not a bad house.
No, great house. Great house. Just like the last guy he went crazy at Home Depot. He got a Home Depot and Lowe's credit card, and he went to the max.
Yeah.
He couldn't, and he was pretty good at it. So he kept on, dude, I just keep building shit. And he's pretty good at it, so it just it got away from him.
I did these LED lights. I figured it did them so good. I figured I'd get some Unilock for 4,000 pounds of Unilock and start putting it in.
So I pretty much just rented a dump truck, and then I bought a whole high school's worth of Unilock products from my local nursery, and I did it myself. Am I an engineer? No, but probably gonna get water in my house now.
I accidentally ordered too much, so I just kept Unilock and all.
Curving it, like landscaper, like landscape design, curve wall. It's not even a thing, But that's it.